I would agree with Patafi Saab that the tally is 170, but if you add over 2 dozen, PTI members who are tired of their party, that brings our tally to almost 194. So we're pretty comfortable with the number game. And when specifically answering your question about PMLQ and MQM, we are still in touch with them. We are still, in talks with them, and we believe that there is still time left that we can turn the tables around for those two major parties as well. So that
Right.
is
Rana
correct.
Sahab, you just mentioned the dissidents from PTI. We still have to hear from them their final
Exactly.
decision. But regardless of that, let us go back to Punjab, because Punjab seems to be the biggest prize at this moment, because the Chief Minister already has decided to step down. The question now is, who's going to be your party and joint opposition candidate from Punjab? Can you name somebody so that we know that all of you are on the same page, sir?
First, I'd like to make a correction. In the intro, it was said that the Prime Minister has nominated Pervez Ilahi Saab as the CM for Punjab. He has not, you don't nominate the Chief Minister, he has to go through an election. And so he is the election candidate from PTI. And there is still a lot of game left when it comes to Punjab. We have to see how many PTI members support Pervez Ilahi Saab. We have to see how the Jahangir Tareen group reacts to this. And
Who are you going to support, sir? Who's your candidate?
our candidate, well, as of now, we believe the party has not declared any candidate, and still the discussion is ongoing. So I can't name anyone specifically because the party has not
Well,
announced
let
it.
me make the things easier for you. At the center, opposition leader by default is being considered your party, or at least joint opposition's common candidate. Can we say the same thing about Punjab, sir? Hamza Shahbaz?
Well, we had offered the CM-ship to Pervez Ilahi Saab as well. So, till yesterday, he was our candidate, and he was the candidate for PDM and People's Party as well. So, a day has passed by since then, and we still believe that we can bring Pervez Ilahi Saab back into, our side, and the talks and conversation are still ongoing. If
Right.
PMLN decides to
Ihsaan Saab,
take
when you talk about the CM-ship also being offered to Pervez Ilahi from your side as well, and as of yesterday you were saying that he was also aligned with your party, then what really changed, and what more could you offer to Pervez Ilahi or PMLQ for them to really change their stance?
Well, PMLN thinks that it is better for the country if we could go for general elections sooner, because if a coalition government comes after the no confidence, we believe that with a mandate of 15 months, it would not be possible to take the economic challenges head on and other challenges as well. So we believe that, the tenure of this coalition government should be maybe 6 months or 3 months. So that is also under discussion. So maybe that was a point where maybe PMLQ thought that the tenure should be of the full remaining period of this assembly. Well, the dinners that have been the PMLN has been hosting during the last few weeks, we have had complete attendance of our MNAs. So I can talk for my own party. Our party has 100% support of all the elected members in the National Assembly. So not even one is missing. I would like to, respond to Dr. Zarka on the fact that why would the coalition partners or anyone side with the opposition? Because they have lost the by-elections by majority. They have lost their local body elections. Most of the, popular surveys are saying that PTI has lost the popular support of the people of Pakistan. So this is a party which is sinking. It is sinking
No,
because it
hang on,
has
hang
been
on. Rana
unable
Sahab,
to perform.
can you state any such poll as well? Because I haven't seen any of late of that sort.
Well, the recent few polls, the major ones, I'll share them later on with you. but all of them have, they've said that PMLN is becoming the most popular party in
But
Pakistan.
Rana Sahib, ground
On
realities
the
are
money-
different. Did you not
what-
see the Jalsa other day that took place in Islamabad parade ground? It is being considered as one of the biggest, one of the most massive ones in Pakistan history.
Okay, well, the jalsas do not, they do not equate to popularity. They equate to good management. They equate to, spending a lot of funds. Yes. So, this is a farce. And so there is no confidence against this government. And they bring in evidence that they announce to the 220 million Pakistanis that we have this evidence, and by this evidence we have made a judgment that there is an international conspiracy which is being done by the opposition against us, which is bringing a no confidence because of that. But we can't tell you what it is about. We're not going to take any action against the international conspirators or the opposition. We're not going to show it to anyone, and we're not going to take it to the parliament, but we will show it to the Chief Justice, who will not take any action because he's an elder. We'll just show the contents to him. What a farce. I mean, come on.
Just
Who's
to
going
clarify,
to buy
right?
this narrative?
But Rana Sahib, with due respect, just to clarify, you are saying that there hasn't been any conspiracy against Pakistan from abroad at all. I ask this because last time there was a memo gate. Your party's leader, who later on became Prime Minister again, donned a lawyer's uniform and went as a lawyer to the Supreme Court of Pakistan to advocate from the other side, to advocate against the memo gate.
I'm saying that because the establishment is neutral, the opposition is making a move of no confidence, which is supported by dissidents of PTI who have seen that they have lost the by-elections, they have lost their local body elections, there is inflation, there is unemployment, there is massive misgovernance, and we are just, we're following the constitutional path by this no confidence motion.
Absolutely,
It's not
but
a
your
big deal.
views on memo gate, sir.
No confidence motion is
Rana
allowed by
Sahib,
the
your
constitution.
views on memo gate, sir.
No. What I'm saying is what we're doing is by the constitution, and it's not a big thing. Democracies have no confidence motions when they lose, the governments lose their majority. You go for these type of things. This is nothing out of the constitution. Nothing unconstitutional is happening, and they're saying that this is an international conspiracy.
Right. Ihsaan Sahib, at the end of the day, of course, both can also be true. This is not an argument to refute the previous one as well. But as Farooq was talking about with reference to the memo gate, do you have any response to that?
Well, I agree. There are international conspiracies in different countries, and they happen. But they don't lead changes in the country, and the country has intelligence agencies. They can respond. They can expose things. But nothing of that sort is. I believe that there is no international conspiracy with this no confidence motion. It is a constitutional
Rana Sahib,
matter.
would you agree that Latin America is full of all of these regime change conspiracies and very successful ones? Would you agree with that?
Well, there are countries who have who have changes of their prime ministers like 10 times in a few years. So, this is no big deal. It is a constitutional matter which is being implemented, and there is no international conspiracy.